oh, well, Europeans are tougher than you Americans. We'll just grit our teeth and bear it. Are you?
No. Every night I cry myself to sleep because of the heat. Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. We are going to be watching another Fat Files video. This one is called the greatest invention of the 20th century, air conditioning. As you guys already know, I am German. Air conditioning doesn't exist here. Help! But yeah, if you guys are like enjoying my reaction so far, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also check out my other videos as well on my channel. Let's start.
I'm just going to come out and say it. The Europeans are apparently making window cheese, and you're going to have to stick around if you want to know what that means. Today we're talking about the most important invention of the 20th century, air conditioning.
Chill. Okay, we don't have it here. I know. I know. Don't laugh at us.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. That's a pretty big claim. We came up with a lot of important stuff in the 20th century. That is true.
I mean, honestly, though, we do have it here, but it's not that common, okay?
However, air conditioning is the most important one. I'm going to prove it, and then I'm going to relentlessly talk smack about Europeans the entire time, right after word from our sponsor. This video...
Okay, so he's going to bully me the whole video. I'm ready.
Brought to you by Supremacy World War III. It is a free-to-play online PvP military-based strategy game. The entire thing's based on a World War III type scenario where you get to pick your country and go to war with the rest of the world. You can forge alliances,
what do you mean? I like that? No, I do
and
not.
Try to take over the whole thing yourself. They've just introduced a new shadow market, which is basically the black market where you do a bunch of sketchy illegal stuff under the table.
Europeans deserve the roast sometimes.
And I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, we do. We actually do.
That's literally a function of the game. If you get caught, it can actually cause insurgencies, civil unrest, or damage the morale of your country. Unpopular opinion, they should probably update it so it increases the morale of the American military if they get caught, because their unofficial motto is, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I mean, it's never a war crime the first time. So if you want to give it a try, you can play with up to 90.
Oh, I like the hats.
99 other people, and it's available on both PC and mobile, and it's free. So if you want to check it out, I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video.
Okay.
All right, why are we even talking about air conditioning right now? Okay, if you're not chronically on the internet like myself, A, good for you, but B, let me fill you in real quick. Every June or July, there's a magical time of year where the British experience a heat wave.
Oh, phew. Okay, he didn't say Germans. Okay, all the British in the chat, take this roast.
There's newspaper articles, there's British and European people getting on the internet talking about how the Americans just don't understand a British heat wave. We couldn't possibly survive, yada, yada, yada. So then I get on there, I'm competitive, they're talking smack. It's like, okay, I mean, how hot is it over there? Never been there. Maybe it is super hot. I have no idea. So then you look into it and all the headlines are like, the British heat wave has reached...
Stop! 30 Celsius is a lot. It's a lot. It's like American heat difference from like EU heat though. You know, like the weather, the dry, the humid. It's different. Come on.
Reached over 30 degrees Celsius for the 5th day in a row.
Yeah, all you have to do to convert is ×2, add 32, and join the rest of the human race.
Okay, my country's flag is on the moon. I have no idea what 30 degrees Celsius is, so then you got to get on Google again. You got to ask it what 30 degrees Celsius is, converted into Fahrenheit, the superior way of measuring temperature. It's like 86 degrees, and these people are acting like they're melting. Buh!
I am melting, okay? I'm literally sweating right now. It's so freaking hot. Wait, does that mean that, like, if I go to America, though, I might die there?
Actually, Celsius is better because it's a metric system. You know, that measurement system the entire world uses except for you guys. It's obviously the best. Buh. No, it isn't. It doesn't even make sense, okay? Fahrenheit is the easiest concept on the planet. 0 is cold, 100 is hot, based on the human experience, the end. Celsius, on the other hand, is based on the freezing and boiling point of water, which doesn't even make sense because the freezing and boiling point of water isn't a constant. It depends on like 20 other variables, including altitude. Okay, when somebody asks you, how hot is it outside? Nobody's asking you, how does a glass of water at sea level feel about the temperature outside? No, I'm asking you, are my balls gonna be sweaty if I go outside? Do I need...
I mean, I do see where he's coming from. Okay, he's beginning to make me agree with him. Come on, chill. But we're so used to it though. We're so used to Celsius. If you would tell me to convert Celsius into Fahrenheit, I would be so bored. I wouldn't even want to do that. Come on.
Need to wear shorts? Do I need to bring baby powder? Is monkey butt a potential hazard? These are the questions I want to know. I don't give a fuck how water feels about it.
Oh gosh, it's just too much.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anyways, this happens every year. The Europeans get on the internet, they complain.
Okay. But like during reacts, don't use CTS. I feel like I've mentioned this a lot though.
About a heat wave, 86 degrees. They pretend like they're melting. They say the Americans don't understand. We couldn't possibly survive a British heat wave, yada, yada, yada. Well, this year, something amazing happened. The FIFA World Cup is in America, so a bunch of Europeans came to America and they got to experience American heat, and it became overwhelmingly obvious to them they are, in fact, just being giant pansy asses about the entire situation. At which point, the Europeans realized that they were wrong. They admitted defeat.
Wait, really? Did they actually say that it's like way hotter in America? Because I didn't really see any like clips or TikToks of it though. Like, was it actually worse over there? Oh my God. But it's so hot here though. But like in America, they have air conditioning. Don't they like have air conditioner like in the stores, in basically everywhere, right? So you wouldn't really feel the heat except for when you go outside. Yeah? Because it's normal for us, yeah, like just babies. Shut up.
And we all moved on. I'm just kidding. The Europeans pivoted, they moved the goalposts, and then the entire conversation became about air conditioning. Okay, I had no...
Oh my God. Oh my God, did he just catch me? Come on. You guys actually have air conditioner. You guys actually have air conditioner. Come on.
No idea, because I'm an American, and to be honest with you, I don't give a about European politics, but apparently the British and the French are like morally and mentally just adamantly opposed to air conditioning, to the point that it is literally a humongous political debate over there right now. And the...
Wait, really? Is this actually? Wait, air conditioning scourge of the French left? What? Air conditioning creates political divide after France records hottest day. What the hell is political about air conditioning though? The only reason I don't have air conditioning is because it's so freaking expensive. That's literally the only reason why. Europe is boiling and the far right is turning air conditioning into a culture war. What? Is it right wing to have air conditioning? Are you serious? Whole of France divided over right wing. What the hell is this? No, this has to be like some rage baits though. There's no way.
Right wing and the left wing over in France is literally divided on air conditioning. Air conditioning in France is right wing technology. I'm not exaggerating. And me, with how my brain works, now I have to know the history of air conditioning. So,
no, there's no way. It's air conditioning. What the hell? Oh my God. This is the reason why I just stay away from politics. I don't want to like put anything political in my head because like it just doesn't make sense. It's not expensive. They've done that to you on purpose, shaking my head. No. It actually is expensive. It is expensive to like install an air conditioner. And if you live in like an apartment, if your landlord tells you you can't, install it, then you just don't have air conditioner. That's it. That's like the end of the conversation, and not every owner is open to, installing an air conditioner. Environmental protection, because AC is not ecologically friendly, so the left politician market is evil. Really? Wouldn't say it was anywhere near as big in the UK as it was in France. Wait, is like an air conditioner ecologically not friendly though? I thought all it did was just bring in air and convert it into cooler air inside. Huh? Is it actually not good for like the environment? It uses a ton of electricity. I mean, yeah, you have to like pay more, but like pay more for your light bill. But that's it, right? Put simply, air conditioning supposedly takes more energy and could put the grid in shambles, increasing costs for everyone, especially the poor that can't have air conditioner. Oh, okay. Produces heat by making the air cool. It's just they use it anyways, but made it into law that you can't. Oh, like running multiple microwaves non-stop. Oh my God, I'm definitely going to have to Google this though. Wow. But I mean, the Americans have it though. It's so common. And I feel like What? Really? So that's the reason why? Okay. Hmm.
From the top. The first modern air conditioner was invented in 1902 by an engineer by the name of Willis Carrier, and Willis Carrier was hired by a publishing company to come in and solve a problem. The problem this publishing company had was that when they were trying to print things in summer, the heat and humidity was causing fluctuations in the paper and the printing process, giving them an inconsistent product that they weren't happy with. So he gets hired to come in and figure out a way to make their product more consistent while they're printing in summer. And his first option is, obviously, I'm just going to change the environment. I'm going to make it a
I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, even if it's not environmentally good, I genuinely think with the way global warming is going, EU has to get air conditioner. Like, it's really, really hot here. Okay, I don't think we can continue the whole, oh, we don't use air conditioner. No, come on. Like, next year, we don't know how hot it's going to be. It could be like 30 something Celsius right now. Next year, the normal could be like almost 40 something. We need it. We need air conditioning. Okay, we're literally always complaining. We're always complaining about how hot it is. So I really do not see how... No, I don't agree. It shouldn't even be a political thing. Okay? Don't y'all have a fan? The fan that blows hot air? That's not the same.
Constant. I'm going to get rid of the heat and the humidity so it's no longer a factor. Then we can tune the machines once and we can print away because it's always going to be the same temp and the same humidity in the factory. Okay, pause. I need you to understand, as a person in 2026 that's grown up with like modern technology, this sounds obvious, like duh, just do that. But at the time in 1902, homeboy literally came out of left field and is like, clearly, I just have to change the rules of physics. I have to change the entire world around me so this works. I'm literally going to attempt to domesticate the wind so I can print books. Can you understand how insane that is? That would be if like the Wright brothers, when they were trying to design an airplane, were like, we'll just turn off gravity. Duh.
It's science.
But somehow, this guy manages to do it, fixes the printing problem, sees the potential, patents the idea, patents the phrase air conditioning, and then he goes and creates the Carrier Air Conditioning Company, which is still around today, has like over 50,000 employees, and is worth over $20 billion. So air conditioning is like primarily used in these factory type settings. In 1914, there are some people starting to get air conditioners in their homes, but it's extremely rare. By the early 1930s, they are starting to have like commercial air conditioning units that you can put in a home, but they cost like $10,000, which in 1932, convert that to today's money, it's almost like $250,000.
Yeah, like this is the thing though. It's so freaking expensive. It's really, really, really expensive to install an air conditioner into your house.
Dollars for a window air conditioner.
Like the one I'm using right now is a portable air conditioner, and it doesn't really have a lot of, you know, it's not cooling anything, but it's like better than nothing though. I could use a fan. The other time I had like 3 fans just pointing at me, and you guys already know I'm with my PCs. Okay, I have like 2 PCs making this place a sauna. It's really hot. I really don't understand why we shouldn't have air conditioner. That's a really, really dumb thing.
Unit, but people were willing to pay it because if you got the money, not having ball sweat is priceless.
Hell yeah.
Oddly enough,
I have booba sweats as well. I'm trying to make this every gender inclusive, okay? You have the ball sweat for the guys, we have the booba sweat for the ladies. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain.
You can make the argument that air conditioning is actually responsible for movies, TV, and Hollywood as a whole. Because outside of manufacturing, one of the first industries to adopt air conditioning is movie theaters, which makes so much sense because I cannot tell you how many times I've been shown like, oh, this is a silent film from 19 whatever the...
Oh my God, this just reminded me though. The last time I went to the cinema, it was like really, really hot. There's like no air conditioner in the cinema, okay? So, and it was during the time where we were like watching FIFA. So there's like a lot of people in there. Oh my God, you guys don't understand. I even took like a video of it. It was so freaking hot. You would have like some guys taking off their shirts. Obviously the girls came in like, you know, crop tops and everything, but it felt like sardines being packed together. Some were like walking out, coming back in, walking out, coming back in to like get like fresh air or something. It was really, really, really hot. Insane. But maybe the cinema I went to is like a broke one though. I don't know if there's like any air conditioners in other cinemas, but in this one specifically, there was none.
Oh, it was so funny at the time, blah, 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 blah. Nobody was going to movie theaters in the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s because they enjoyed watching silent films. They were going because that was the only place they could go to get air conditioning and get out of the heat for 2 hours. You can actually go back and read accounts from people at the time where they're like, yeah, no, we don't go to the movie theater because we give a shit about the movie. We just go so we can go there to cool off. So in a way, it's pretty likely, or at least you could argue that if it wasn't for air conditioning, the film industry as we know it today might not exist. Regardless, movie theaters were a lot of people's first encounter with air conditioning, and once they saw it, they're like, holy shit, this is awesome. I want to get it inside my house. But from here, the cost of air conditioners actually plummets because it's something that everybody can use and everybody wants. It's just like TVs. When I was a kid growing up, a flat screen TV was like $12,000. It was some absurd amount of money. And today I can go to Walmart and buy a 70-inch flat screen TV that's better than those TVs when I was growing up for like $400. So air conditioning got incredibly cheap, incredibly fast when you compare it to pretty much anything else. And by the 1950s, they were starting to have literal experiments that they would call air-conditioned villages. Basically, they were new.
Wait, make a date now. You're cordially invited to attend the only public showing of Austin's air-conditioned village. The following Austin builders invite you to visit the world's first air-conditioned village. Okay. Wait, what does that mean, though? I know he's about to, like, explain it, but does that... Huh? Did it have, like, air conditioners outside just cooling the whole village, or inside every single home in the village?
Housing developments where all these new homes had air conditioning in them.
Okay, yeah, what I said.
And they actually had psychologists and scientists go in, and the families that bought these homes volunteered to be studied for over a year to see the impacts of living in an air-conditioned climate in your home and how it would affect you. People had no idea what would happen. Would they go crazy? Would they not be able to handle going outside anymore? These were all huge unknowns at the time. And you want to know what the psychologists and the scientists concluded about living in air conditioning? It's pretty awesome. Okay, they found out that everybody slept better, and they also found
oh my god, my sleep. I've been sleeping so freaking late because of how hot it is. Oh my, somebody save me. I'm being so serious. No, I'm suffering. I can't sleep well at night. And then if I like have the fan so close to me, I get sick in the morning. Like my throat hurts. I feel so dry. Bro.
Out that the housewives were reporting back to the psychologists that their husbands, and I quote, had a better disposition, aka
Neila, don't you sleep late because you're a gaming gremlin too? Oi, shut up.
Their husbands weren't as grumpy all the time. You can literally go back and read the articles. We'll read one right now. Headline, air conditioning helps with disposition. Women living in air-conditioned homes in Austin, Texas, the air-conditioned village, startled a team of psychologists and researchers by asserting their husbands' dispositions had somehow miraculously improved under the influence of air conditioning. Okay, when you're not hot, you're not grumpy. Shocking, I know. Oddly enough, statistical data collected by these researchers indicated that indoor conditions within these homes could—
You know what? I'm actually going to use this as an excuse though. If I ban anyone, I'm just going to say I'm German, I don't have air conditioning. This is the result. Okay? Once it's winter, I'm going to go back to normal.
could be conducive to support this opinion of these air-conditioned housewives. Reading newspapers from the 50s is crazy because it's just like, well, the housewives are saying their husbands are in the better mood, but them are crazy. We can't trust them. We need empirical data to prove their opinion might be correct.
Beautiful. I know.
But even more strongly indicated is the likely possibility that the women
God.
themselves, as a result of enjoying the comforts of air conditioning, were able to look upon their spouses with a little more than usual benevolence. Okay, translation, mom and dad are both in a better mood because nobody's sweating their ass off all day, obviously. Okay, just so we're on the same page, if you're not picking up on a put down so far, air conditioning might be responsible for the entire film industry, TV as we know it today. It helps keep families together, and that's just scratching the surface on why it's—
Do you think there's like stats on families that don't have air conditioning, the divorce rate of them? I'm sure there's definitely something like that.
most important invention of the 20th century. Just to prove my point, let's have a thought exercise. I asked Google, completely blind. I had some guesses because I know a little bit about history, but I just went in blind and asked Google, what are the most important inventions of the 20th century? Let's see what they came up with. So coming in at number 1, we have the transistor, obviously extremely important, but the mass manufacturing of transistors isn't possible without air conditioning because in order to manufacture a transistor, you need purified air, humidity control, and temperature control, all of which are provided by air conditioning. So no air conditioning, no mass manufacturing of transistors. One more point. Coming in at number 2, the internet, okay? Internet also can't exist without AC because the internet is run off of a bunch of server farms, which also need to be in a climate-controlled environment. You ever been inside of a server room? Pretty cold.
Oh my god, I didn't know this though. Dude, this is awesome. I had no idea. But why? Why does it need to be cold? Like, does it affect the wires or something? Or that's why your PC gets hot? Oh my god, now that you mentioned, yeah, my PC. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, they heat up. Yeah, I literally just said earlier, my PC is turning my freaking room into a sauna. Oh my god, okay, thank you.
Pretty purified air, can't have it without air conditioning. Coming in at number 3, penicillin. Obviously, incredibly important. The world's first antibiotic, saved tens, if not hundreds of millions of lives since it was invented. And you know what? Would it exist without air conditioning? Almost certainly. However, would you be able to mass manufacture it to the degree that we do today as safely as we do without air conditioning? Absolutely not. Number 4, mass production of automobiles. Could that exist without air conditioning? Yes, it could. However, if you look at where most cars are manufactured, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mexico, none of those places would be able to crank out cars to the degree that they do without air conditioning because you would have workers dropping out from heat stroke.
Oh my god, yeah, that's actually so true though. Yeah, those places are like super hot. You guys told me that like Texas is really hot. Oof.
In fact, most of the major cities in America that are in a hotter climate, like, I don't know, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston, Orlando, Atlanta, all of which would probably exist to some degree if it wasn't for air conditioning, but air conditioning allowed them to grow into major metropolitan areas. It's literally a saying, air conditioning made Phoenix possible. And last but not least, the airplane. Now, would the Wright brothers have strapped some wings to a bicycle, drove it off a cliff, and figured out how to fly? Absolutely. Is commercial flight without air conditioning as we know it today possible? Absolutely not. The inside of that cabin on that plane would be 400 degrees if it wasn't for air conditioning. So yes, air conditioning is the most important invention of the 20th century. Which raises a question, why the don't the Europeans just use it?
I mean, we do have air conditioning in important, quote unquote, important places where, you know, they have to work though. But it's just in homes, there's none. Do we even have air conditioning in the store? I think we do because there's like food in there. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, there's food in there. So obviously they installed air conditioning. Where else wouldn't we have air conditioning though? I mean, the cinema, I already mentioned it. I feel like it's not every cinema though. There's probably some that do have it. Offices, I'm sure they do, you know? Yeah, I think like government, you know, government offices definitely do have air conditioners. It's just mostly in homes though. Obviously at school wait, question. Do Americans have air conditioners at school? If anyone tells me yes, I'm going to crash out. Wait, you guys have air conditioning in your classes? No, you're joking. You have air conditioner in your class. Who wants to give me the green card?
Right. What did he say?
Said edge is edge, huh? He only chopped him down because he couldn't see the view no more. What's he on there?
But we had shorter school days because of the heat. I mean, that is true though. Even when I was like in Spain, we would like finish school way earlier because of the heat. So I mean, I guess that is a good thing. But like in Spain, I did have air conditioner in my home. It's only when I came back to Germany that I was like, holy shit, we don't have air conditioners. What the hell is going on here? Like in Spain where I grew up, I had air conditioner at home. It was pretty normal. It's only when I came here that I was like, oh, okay, it's really expensive. You know, it's really, really expensive to have air conditioner here. Okay, I guess we just deal with it then, you know?
And the answers to that question might be the most infuriating answers to a question I've ever gotten in my entire life. Answer number 1. Europeans don't need air conditioning because the climate isn't as hot as America.
We need it! They're lying. They're lying. Don't believe them.
Now, setting aside the fact that that proves the initial point that America is hotter and we could survive a British heat wave, we'll just set that off to the side real quick. The Europeans say, like, well, we wouldn't run them that often and we would only need them for like 1 month a year. Cool.
I mean, to be honest though, they're not wrong because like during winter, you know, we don't really need the air conditioner. It's only during summer, but now with global warming, it's freaking hot in June, July, August. I don't even know how hot it's going to be in September. Yeah. So the whole 1 month doesn't work anymore. No.
Do you know how much I own that I don't need very often? I've had a spare tire in every car I've ever owned my entire life. I've never had to use it. I've still got it just in case. If there was something that I only needed to use 30 days a year to make sure my balls weren't hot while I was trying to sleep, you best believe I'm gonna own it. Oh, well, Europeans are tougher than you Americans. We'll just grit our teeth and bear it. Are you?
No. Every night I cry myself to sleep because of the heat. Okay, listen to my testimony, please. No.
You really? Because last I checked, 175,000 people died from heat stroke because you're too stupid to buy an air conditioner. Do you understand how insane that is? If there was any other event on the planet that killed 175,000 people, there would be memorials and statues commemorating what a tragedy this was. But because it's just you guys being like, well, the Americans invented a machine that can domesticate wind, but we don't want to admit they're right, so we would rather let all our young and elderly...
No. When I was living in Spain, air conditioning is like a normal thing. I'm being so serious. Like, it was really, really normal. If you lived in Spain, you cannot survive without air conditioner. No, you need it. It's like everyone has it. All of my friends had it. It was everywhere, okay? Like, they even take breaks because of the heat. Yeah, like in Spain, they don't even open the shops if it's too hot. Okay, it's a normal thing there. When I went to France, not that normal. Okay, when I lived in France, I didn't see air conditioning that often. Then I came to Germany. ¿Dónde está air conditioner? You know, I was real. It was a cultural shock every single time I was like moving countries though. This was insane. This is actually insane. Like, I'm suffering here.
Die of heat stroke than give them the W. What are you doing? Okay, which leads right into the next argument, the most infuriating one because I used to build for a living. Americans don't understand because our homes are actually built to retain.
Okay, that is true. Yeah, he's going to mention it. Yeah, that is true. We do, like, our houses are made for winter. That's the problem though. But with global warming, we can no longer use that excuse. Come on.
Heat, so an air conditioner wouldn't work as well for us. That's just insulation. That's how insulation works, okay? Do you have a thermos? If you put hot tea or whatever stupid you guys drink in a thermos, you know how it stays hot? Now dump it out. And
I love seeing him crash out this bad though. Oh my god, this is actually entertaining. Oh my god, is this how the Americans feel about the whole air conditioner debate?
put ice water in it. The ice water stays cold, okay? Your house isn't specifically designed to be hot inside. It's designed to have a controlled temperature regardless of what's going on outside. So if you buy an air conditioner and you cool off the house, it stays cool. Well, air conditioning's really expensive.
I said it earlier. We are broke. We are broke.
No, it isn't. You can buy a window unit for $106.
No, he's lying. No, there's no way. No. Is this real? No, but this is only in America though. This is only in America. Yeah, American price, come on. There's no way you can find like an air conditioner for 169, let's say, or 180 euros. Come on. Really? Oh my God.
$69 to cool off the room that you sleep in, or your living room, or whatever, okay? The average minimum wage of Europe is $8.33 American. That's 20 hours of the most unskilled labor that you have available in exchange for a magic box that domesticates the wind so you don't have to sweat your balls off. Okay, that is a modern miracle, and you're saying that that's too expensive? I would pay an outrageous amount
Buy one, I will install it for you free of charge.
of money to see a British person go back in time and talk to one of their ancestors, some medieval peasant picking turnips outside of a castle, and explain to them that in the future there's a magical box that can make the house cold when it's hot outside. And in exchange for that, all they had to do was work 20 hours and they could cool off their house for years upon years to come, and then explain to them with deadpan stare, but I don't do it.
I mean, yes.
Because it's expensive.
Are you
It's expensive.
pulling my leg?
It's literally magic to these people. You have the opportunity to buy climate-changing magic for 20 hours of your time, and you're just like, nah, I'd rather let grandma and grandpa die from heat stroke.
Okay, that is true though. That is really, really... I'm going to tell you guys something insane. When I was working as a nurse, I feel like I even complained about it whenever I was streaming. Air conditioner wasn't there. It was only in the surgical places where you could have like cooler areas though. But in the regular patients' rooms, there's no air conditioner. There's no air conditioner. I was like dying in the heat. Okay, like sometimes when I would like work more than 8 hours, yeah, I was sweating so freaking bad. It was insane. Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm slowly coming around to the idea that this is actually a conspiracy by the European governments to slowly kill off old people so they don't break their universal healthcare system. There's no other logical explanation for why you would be anti-air conditioning. And apparently
I am not anti-air conditioner. Like if someone gives it to me for free, bro, I'm installing it. Yeah, like I am definitely not anti-air conditioner.
one of the big talking points is, oh, well, air conditioning is actually bad for climate change, so it's only making the problem worse. And then the climate activists get on CNN or the BBC or whatever, and they're giving interviews offering alternatives to air conditioning that you could do. I'm going to show you, because if I didn't show you the interview, you wouldn't believe me. Their solutions get progressively worse, but we're going to go ahead and start off with their best solution. Solution number one.
If it gets really hot, I sleep under a wet sheet. That's my...
But I'm already wet from my sweats. Why would I need a wet? I'm literally already wet from the sweats.
The technique.
How about no?
With a big bucket of water under the desk with my feet in the bucket of water.
Option number two, soak your
And then the bucket of water becomes warm. What?
feet in a bucket of water while you're sitting at home all day long. Also, no. B, I know your house stinks. It smells like wet feet and BO because you're not wearing deodorant and you don't have air conditioning, and I know.
Stop, okay? I took a shower before starting stream. Relax, stop. You're killing me here, okay? I'm going to take another shower after the stream. Stop. Come on.
You're sitting in the house sweating your ass off 24/7. No, I'm not doing it. And option number three, I can't believe this is real.
Including, would you believe it, painting windows with yogurt.
Ignore this girl. I'm being so serious. She doesn't represent us, okay? Just, can someone delete this interview? Can someone actually delete it? Oh my God.
I just, how are you this
She's definitely trolling you guys. It's rage bait. It's rage bait.
solution, rather than just admitting the Americans are onto something with this air conditioning, is to smear yogurt on your windows. You want to make window cheese rather than just turn on an air conditioner.
No.
How do you not see how insane that sounds? Like, one of your biggest talking points is air conditioning is expensive. How expensive is it to smear a new layer of yogurt on all the windows on your house and then have your house smell like curdled milk and still be hot as I can't even begin to fathom the amount of desperation and misery the person that figured this out was experiencing. Do you know how hot and sweaty and delirious you have to be sitting at home in your living room on the couch for you to finally go, I gotta do something. I'm gonna try smearing yogurt on my windows.
I don't even think we can smear yogurt in our windows though. With the way like we have to open it, yeah, like it would just fall on the floor. Like we don't have the same windows as the Americans. So why would she even suggest, oh wait, she's British though. Okay, wait, Infinity, you're British. How are you guys windows? Are you guys windows the same as American, or are they like the same as Germans? You know? Surely that would stink. Definitely. Also could just be poor. That is true.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Like, what are you doing? Just get an air conditioner, for the love of God. Oh my God. At this point, I'm convinced that air conditioning could prevent World War III if you guys would just do it. No wonder you guys are always starting world wars and dragging us into it. You're all fucking...
I said earlier in the video, if I ban anyone or if I'm acting really crazy, it's because of air conditioner. And this guy goes, the reason we started World War is because of air.
grumpy and hot 24/7. Get some AC and come up with a peace treaty. I don't ever want to hear
my
European talk
God.
shit about America being dumb ever again. They always love to bring up like, oh, America has a...
Oof, they're already like using my reaction video to the history of the world in 15 minutes. I'm sorry, EU gang. I made it worse for us. Okay, they're using me as an example. It's over.
a bunch of gun violence, blah, 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 blah. Cool. More people are dying because you refuse to use air conditioning than Americans are dying from gun violence, all right? And by a lot, it's not even close. Europe is losing 175,000 people a year. To put that into perspective, America had roughly 60,000 people die in the Vietnam War. How do you not see how
Oh my
insane
God.
that is? Air conditioning at this point is like the cheapest, most cost-effective, life-saving technology on the planet, and you're just like, nah, I don't want it. And the most beautiful part about all this is I know for a fact there's gonna be a ton of keyboard warriors with a bunch of stupid talking points and smug comments in the comment sections, and this is gonna get clipped and put on Twitter and Instagram and all these other places, and it's gonna be all these comments.
Yes. Oh my God. That's electrician. I am German. And I think we definitely do not need air conditioner. Okay? Keep your American...
And you know what? None of those comments would be possible without air conditioning, because without air conditioning, the internet that you're using wouldn't function and the phone you're holding in your hand wouldn't have been able to get manufactured. You are proving my point that air conditioning is the most important invention of the 21st century, and if you don't have some, you should get some, and that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. Links to both of those available over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
I loved the video. The video was really good. Not gonna lie, it was really, really funny though. I feel like I made a freaking 19 minutes video into like a 15 minutes video. Not gonna lie.